Hi all, Robert Rapier here. Just about every day I encounter someone who makes the claim that President Trump inherited high gasoline prices and he maybe did something to drop them to $2 a gallon. Let me give a little caveat here at first. This is not a commentary on Trump's energy policies or Biden's energy policies or any general commentary on either one of these people. This is simply to address a claim that comes up over and over again. In fact, I was looking at my Forbes articles, and the most common search phrase that brings people into my articles is gas prices. And so I wrote an article today and published it, and I looked at the past 30 years of gasoline prices, and I detailed what happened to move gasoline prices in each case. And so, you will see a lot of people share a $2 a gallon gasoline sign from when Trump was in office and say, I remember this. I remember when Trump dropped gasoline prices. The reality is there are very few things that a president can do to actually impact gasoline prices. President Trump did do something. Now, if you want to give him credit for something, but let me back up a step. So when President Trump came into office, gasoline prices rose his first 2 years in office. So from from Obama's last 2 years, they rose President Trump's first 2 years. The third year, they pulled back a little bit, but all three of Trump's first years, gasoline prices were higher than they were during Obama's last 2 years. That's a documented fact. I've got the link and the data in my Forbes article. I will show that. And then what happened was COVID-19 hit the U.S. in early 2020, and oil prices collapsed. And so gasoline prices, that's when people say, gasoline prices were $2 a gallon under Trump. Yes, briefly in the spring of 2020 when the stay-at-home orders were implemented. So if you want to say, Trump did something to drop gasoline prices, I would ask people, what did he do? He implement stay-at-home orders? Because that's why gasoline prices dropped to $2 a gallon, is because nobody was driving. There was no demand. I've got a picture of a busy street, a typically busy street here in Phoenix, and it was completely empty in May 2020. Not a car in either direction. So that's why gasoline prices dropped, because nobody was buying gasoline. So, but that myth has persisted, that Trump came in and, did something and dropped gasoline prices. The reality is they rose during his first 3 years in office. And the only thing he did was, he encountered the COVID-19 pandemic, put the stay-at-home orders in place, and then gasoline prices dropped. But then what happened was demand